Sagittarius gang, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. I'll start with the beginner's deck, the beginner's tarot deck, to check up on you, what you've been up to this year, 2025 wrap up, see what's coming in for you in the next year. We have the Justice in the reverse. Okay, something's been unfair. You had to say goodbye to something and it's been a really unfair situation, but you accepted it and moved on. So very much mature energy, kind of. I'm hearing you had to, is that a saying in English? Like if you have two sticks and you pick the shorter one or the shorter end of the stick or the shitty end of the stick, that's what you had to do, 0044 on the timer. But it did feel like you could have also just not reached certain goals that you set out for yourself this year. But you're being very, like, you're trying to be grateful for what you have right now. You're trying not to feel like a brat. You're trying not to lean too much into this bratty feeling that you're getting, like, oh, why didn't I get this? Like cursing the universe for the bad luck you've had or something. You're trying to see what you actually do have in front of you right now, the cups in front of you, the accomplishments, the abundance that surrounds you. You're trying to realize the privilege you have in a situation where you might have felt oppressed in some way. Something just felt very unfair this year, Sagittarius. So maybe we can get some clarifiers. There's a bunch of cards that keep going back in, and the music is chaotic too right now. Let's see how this energy unfolds. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Usually I would try to change it. 143 on the timer. I love you too. I knew that there was something coming out. Okay, so you thought you were going to celebrate something. Maybe this was an issue when it came to love or your relationships in general. We did have the 5 of Cups coming out in the reverse as well. And now the 3 of Cups in the reverse. But what I'm also getting for some of you is you might have just you might have come on too strong with a certain endeavor or a certain goal that you set out to do. And yeah, we have the Strength card coming out in the reverse. I didn't even see that when I said it. It's like you put in too much. You see, for example, if you're a salesperson, you're just in retail and you're trying to sell something to your customer. The customer walks in. You can't just go towards them and say, hey, we have a sale right now. Here, look at this, look at this. I mean, it depends on the culture. But in where I'm from, you usually just let them come in. You say, hello, welcome to our establishment. If you need any help, you may come to me, right? And then you just let them roam around a little bit, and then you check though. You try to be like observant to see if they might have a question, and then you go towards them. So there's a little bit of nunchi, there's a little bit of an understanding of like the subtle energy surrounding you. And I think you didn't really have that this year, Sagittarius. Long fucking story short, you might have been a little bit lacking in etiquette. Or that's such a narrow way to describe this though. This is not what I mean. Not just that you were impolite or something, or that you were a little bit of an elephant in a porcelain store. I don't know if you say that too. That's a German saying, Elefant in Porzellanladen. But you were just a bit, you came on too strong. You might have come on too strong. For some of you, it's the opposite. You might have not come on strong enough, which is why you lost opportunities. I just saw 333 on the timer. But I want to get some clarifiers to see what this is about. We're already almost 4 minutes in. I want to see if this is... Okay, this is... You were too much this year almost. The Queen of Swords, and I'm about to sneeze. It's like coming out. She's really emotional. She's a little bit bitchy, not gonna lie, sorry about my sneeze. Actually, no, this is just who I am. You might have been a little bit, you might have not really understood the energetic give and take of the universe and you, between you and the universe this year, and you might have pushed too hard when you should have been more in your feminine energy, pulling back. You charged forward, you were too biased, you were too direct almost, is what I'm hearing. But you didn't let the bitterness eat you up, you know? Don't you let it eat you up. Don't let it eat you up. Yeah. Okay, what else wants to come out? What is this though? It's like you don't even want to think about it. Is it like you just want to move on from this? Because 444 on the timer, I thought, okay, this is not about love. This is just about something. This is about your goals, like we were talking about in the very beginning. This is not about did I say thoughts? I was gonna say emotions, like connections. Because I keep thinking about a romantic connection, and I feel like I should follow my instinct. There's something you just don't want to talk about it. No, it's about your money. You don't want to, it's about your money. What you were focused on this year and what you're disappointed about, what you thought you would get more of. You might have dealt with some sort of financial loss, but you thought you would be more secure in your material abundance. We have the Page of Pentacles coming out in the reverse. So just, you acted foolish is what I'm hearing. So I don't want to beat a horse when it's already down, like a dead horse or whatever you say. But Sagittarius, you can admit these things to yourself. I'm pretty sure you're humble and like mature enough to see where you did something wrong, especially because what I'm seeing for a lot of you is that you want to keep working on this. You haven't given up yet. It feels like you did. It feels like you did move on from something. But what I'm thinking is that you moved on from the date, from the strict structure you've built around this goal you've set. Now you're a little bit more open to God's timing, divine timing. Just sorry about my like the sneezing and whatnot. I don't know what just happened. That was so sudden. I didn't feel anything. So you might have just not been in the right headspace to deal with what you set out to do this year, Sagittarius. You might have come on too strong or not strong enough at times. You might have pushed too hard when you should have pulled more in. Yeah, you were not. You should have. Not should have, because should have, could have. It's already done, right? What you should pay attention to in the future is not just going with what you... I know you like to charge ahead. I totally get it as a fellow fire sign, gang. I totally get it that you want to charge ahead. You already know what the right thing to do is. You already know what you need to get to where you want to be. But sometimes there's things in your way that you have to just perceive and watch first, be aware of first before you can move on. And I think in the next year it would do you some good to conform a little bit, to go usually you would say go the path less traveled, but for your reading what I'm getting is to be a little bit more conservative in the next year when it comes to how you set your goals. Like, try to ground yourself a little. You are pulling in a lot of like earthy energy with all these pentacles, so try to be a little bit more in a conforming state of mind, because everything that's tried and tested, it has become a tradition for a reason, because it is tried and tested. People have already made certain experiences with certain paths. They are very well traveled, so there's no, like, it's dented enough for you not to be surprised by anything lying on the way. Just take this metaphor for what it is or whatever. Just take it as it resonates. Anyway, all I'm saying is that sometimes it's okay to listen to the people that have come before you. I'm seeing the meme with the avatar and like all the reincarnations of him, like watching him like that, like just... And what I'm hearing most of all, and that's the last card that's coming out, is stay hopeful. It really did you some good to stay so hopeful this year, despite these setbacks, despite falling back on your goals. That's what I'm hearing. And stay like that, basically. Keep the hope up, because this is your wish fulfillment and you are working with the universe together. I was gonna ask for 2 cards and they came out immediately. We have the Warrior and the Queen. We did have the Queen of Swords, and what I'm seeing for you in the next year is that you're going to turn her around and be much more unbiased and just intellectually on track, basically, is what I'm hearing. You might have been really in your emotions and like just going based on instinct and impulse and whatnot this year. Again, I get it, fire gang, fire sign gang. Anyway, I'm going to read these cards to you and then end your reading. I'll start with the Warrior, also known as the Samurai, the Soldier, the Advocate, whatever. We often envision the Warrior as an armored figure with sword in hand moving blindly toward battle. Yet the deeper I thought I wasn't recording, Jesus. Yet the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. The Warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If and when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default response. We are running out of time. Please look them up online. It's the Pocket Archetypes Guidebook by Kim Kranz. Good job, Saji.